How do? Tom here. Been a little while, been a little bit busy. But yeah, tobacco review today. If you hadn't guessed by the title and thumbnail, we're on the St James Flake. Now this blend, it took me a long time to get my head around this blend. It was one that I was told when in the very early days of my pipe smoking, was one that I needed to try. And I'll be honest, I was underwhelmed. I didn't understand what the big deal was. Didn't really get why people were raving about it so much. And so I just kind of left it at that for a while. Chalked it down to my own inexperience. And then tried again a few years later. And the difference was astounding. So the blend itself, it is just Virginias and Perique, mainly bright Virginias. This tin's been opened a while, so the flake will be darker, but it's also a bit dry. You can see it's brighter Virginias with the Perique in there. I am literally down to like the last flake of this tin. So, had to do this review quickly before I smoked it all. But the tin note, you get the usual suspects with vapours. You get grass, hay, raisins, etc, etc, etc. You want to know more about that, read tobacco reviews for 5 minutes. But yeah, it's usual suspects in the tin note. No topping. I know you're thinking Samuel Gawith, so you're thinking, is it Lakeland there? You know, you never know with those guys if they decided to throw rose water on a perfectly good blend. No, they haven't. It is just Virginia and Perique. No burley, no dark fired, no latakia, no rum, no sherry, no any of that, right? It is just what it is. Virginias and Perique. And for some people, I don't know, maybe that concept is a little too wild to not add anything else to it. I don't know, maybe for some people it's just a little bit too monochromatic maybe. I don't know, I can't speak for other people. For me, when I first tried it, I just didn't really know what I was doing with flakes for a start. When I first tried it, it came as part of like a GQ sampler bundle of flakes. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, so I made an absolute arse of the first bowl I tried to put together. And then I didn't know necessarily how to smoke Virginia Periques at that time. Yeah, it was just disaster. It was a disaster time. But, you know, that's how you learn, isn't it? By way of housekeeping, Flake Marquette gone. It's a terrific pipe, great for flakes. But now that I've got some semblance of an idea of what it is I'm supposed to be doing, at least in terms of pipe smoking, if not the rest of my life, I can really enjoy this blend. I still know people who, years into pipe smoking, still are a little bit touch and go with this, but for me, this is the yardstick by how most vapors are measured against, and it's that way for a reason, because this one, it's hard to get it wrong. There's a good proportion of Perique to the Virginia, in my opinion. It's not too heavy-handed. but it's not too light. You know it's there. It gives you the kick you want. It gives you the flavour you want. It's about medium strength. I could probably make this an all-day blend. It's certainly in my sort of top 5 vapors, I think. It's just hard to get wrong, in all fairness. And I think one of the things with this blend that I've found and works best for me, might not work best for everyone, but what works best for me with this blend is it has to be dry. And I know you're supposed to, when you're preparing your pipe, you're supposed to leave it out for 10 minutes or whatever to get to the appropriate level of hydration. But in all honesty, if you opened a tin on this and you're not that keen and you're thinking, oh, I'll jar it up for later, by all means do that. But what I would suggest is leave just like one flake, not jarred, leave it in the tin and let it get dry as tree bark, and then try smoking that. And you might think that's insane, you might think that's going to burn far too hot. But if you smoke it with a correct cadence, it makes a massive difference, at least I've found. For me, it's pretty much at its best at that point. So I don't even bother jarring it up. I don't need to smoke the tin in a week. I can leave it to dry and, yeah, enjoy it in my own time that way. It's a cracking smoke, well, really is. You know, like I said, I could go on all day listing sort of notes and stuff that you might or might not pick up on. Again, grass, hay, raisins, etc., etc. But really, what it tastes of is clean, unadulterated tobaccos. No casing, no topping. It just tastes of bright Virginias and Perique, and yeah, to me, it's the cream of the crop. So, I mean, for me, I will give it a 5 out of 5, which is a rare score for me. But I love it. I've got a lot of it in my cellar, and I will continue to buy plenty of it in the cellar. If by some reason that I become limited in what tobaccos I can source and I can only ever get them from the UK, well, do you know what, that is not the end of the world, because as long as I can get this and full Virginia Flake, I'll be happy, to be honest with you. Or, you know, I won't be quitting the pipe, put it that way. But yeah, so that's that one for now. I will be back. Don't know when. I'm not going to make any promises. But this is the Easter weekend, and we're still under pandemic restrictions, so it's not like I can really do much. I mean, I've got stuff to do, but I'll see you and squeeze in another video. I'm aware I've been tagged in Philostein's free pipe challenge. I have seen it. I don't worry, I'm not being ignorant. I will do a brief video at some point this weekend. And when I say brief, I mean brief, not like this. Not like my videos normally turn into 10-minute lectures. No, it will be a quick one. But I'll be back with another tobacco review as well, because I've got one I want to share with you that I've been smoking recently. So I will see you all very soon. If you haven't seen it already, I did the Piff Helmet review with it's called Piff Helmet Matinee with Uncle Phil and Professor Jeremiah. It's on Professor Jeremiah's channel, so yeah, go check that out if you want to know a little bit more about yours truly. In the meantime, I will see you all very soon. Take it easy and happy Easter. Cheers.